Hi, in this video I thought I'd show you how we carpet line a van. I know there's loads of videos online of how people do it, and I actually don't think there's a wrong or a right way of doing it. This is how we do it. You might pick up a few tips along the way. If you do, great. If you don't, and you want to carpet it a different way, then that's also great. Just thought I might just put something online where this is how we do it, and just go from there. Tools you're going to need, or that we use, and you might use different tools, might find different ways of doing it, but this is how we actually do it. We do it day in, day out. So we've picked up, well, hopefully we picked up a few tips in the years we've been doing it. So yeah, I'll show you the tools next. There's not a lot to use, and we'll go from there. Cheers. So this van's already prepped for carpet lining. We've also applied 100% sound deadening to it as well. And then we tape off all our edges. I know some people use cardboard, but we just find it's easier. Overspray doesn't go over the rear lights, doesn't go over the bumper. We mask all the bumper off. This just saves us a lot of cleaning up time when we've come to the end of the job. So get into the tools that you're going to need. We use a scalpel, but a Stanley knife will do. But remember, boys and girls, knives are sharp, so be careful. Also, we use scissors, also very sharp, so be careful. We use a mask because of the solvents in the glue. These tools just to get into all the nooks and crannies and smooth the carpet out. And I use an old hat. Even though I haven't got much hair left, I don't like picking glue out of my hair in the shower in the evening. A lot of people would use the spray glue canisters. Haven't got one here. We use these canisters because we use so much glue. We get through so much of it that we would have boxes and boxes of glue everywhere. But the aerosol can glue is perfectly fine if you're just doing a one-off sort of job. So, right, we'll start getting the carpet lining in. So I've now applied the glue all the way just along the top. Nothing else, just a thin strip across the top. And I've placed the carpet in here, laid the good side face down, and then I've applied a stream of glue along there. And now we're just going to start with this end, put it up here, work our way along to here, and then I'll show you from there. So now we've just got the carpet just tacked up there, and as you can see, just trying to get it with as smooth as we possibly can. Now up here, there's a tiny hole just there. That's where the roof lining goes. I like to get my carpet just in there. And we can go along. And this. Smooth it out. Now, into the ceiling area. So now we've got that bit in there, ready to go underneath. This is why I wear a mask. Go underneath, and then we'll start spraying and applying the glue. Rubbish. Right, so back again. We've glued underside of the carpet, and we've glued all the metalwork. So starting off here, just pull this, start working our way around. Pull this down. I like just to go down here first, get that in, and then we can start working around what would normally be the window, but this van's having racking, so no window in this one. And then we just keep pulling the carpet so we get as limited creases as possible. If you do go wrong, just pull it back and you can redo it, but just keep edging it in. So here really easy with these. Anything you could do. You can use, you know, a little bit of wood, just file off the end, shave it down a little bit. These are just cheap trim tool removers basically. So you've got a crease there, just give it a little bit of a pull. There we go. Just keep working it in and it'll go to the contour of the side of the van. Just continue doing this process. Now, if there was a window here, we would have cut the window out first, filed it, primed it, then where the window would be here, we would carpet line it, and then we would cut it, and then we would fold the carpet around. We tend not to use a tap-on edging. We just think it gives a nicer sort of more factory finish. But the tap-on edging also works. We have carpet lined vans in the past that have had tap-on edging applied, and we just go over the tap-on edging, and then we can get our scalpel, get one of these, sort of work it in around the tap-on edging, and then we slice it off. So there we go, that's that bit, and I'll continue doing it through here, and then we'll start on the bottom. So I kind of do the top first, just pull that down a little bit, get rid of that small little crease, and then we'll work this out up until the point where that's where the panel goes. So we'll work this in. Nice and easy, just take your time. So this is where the panel goes, and what I'll show you in a minute, just continue going through here, and then I'll come back and I'll show you us doing this bit in the wheel arch section, which is a little bit, well, it can be more difficult, but it's easy enough done. So we're going to go from here, get the creases out, and this is where the scalpel that I placed here, obviously because I'm a professional earlier, I know what I'm doing, it comes in handy. So we'll pull this section down here, get it nice and tight, and just work our magic here. Now, it's going a bit tight, so what I like to do, when it goes tight, it's pointless fighting the carpet and fighting yourself. We don't need this section, so we're just going to slice it, slice it, slice it. Now, nice and baggy, and gives you a lot more, there you go, much easier. You're not fighting, you're not pulling on yourself, you know, just work smarter, not harder basically. And then this goes into here. This generally obviously wouldn't be here either, but say it's having shelving, the bulkhead's being carpet lined and it's going back in. So we're actually carpet lining to the bulkhead area. So that'll go down in there. Now start doing this, lift it up a bit and just work it in. Now because it's a long wheelbase, veer it off. And then another one there. This will help this section going. Just do a wee bit more. Right, that's that bit. Lift this up again. So there's a few creases. So lift it off, up over the wheel arch. Lift this section down. Now, on a long wheelbase, this section can just be a little bit awkward. Just can get tight, a little bit fiddly, but you have to do same thing. We'll start cutting this section here in a minute as well. Make things a bit looser. We're not going to need it, so why fight yourself? Bring that off there. Now, if you put a V in it, slice it, it releases the tension. Not sure if you can see at that angle, but I'm on my own today and I haven't got a cameraman, so hopefully you can see it. And it's just a case of working it in, and if you need it, veer it out again. And it just allows you to just be able to push it in a little bit more. Just keep working it as you need to. Same this side. Veer it out, veer it out, and then it just starts to work a lot easier. That's it. Might take a couple of attempts, but it will go in. Now, get into what a lot of people don't like. I used to hate it. You get people that will just cut this section. You'll see it on videos where they cut this section, they do it separately. You can do it all in one and it's not a problem. You just need to have enough carpet and a bit of patience. And now I've said that, I'll probably do it wrong, because I've got the camera on me, but we'll give it a go, and I can always edit it later anyway and make it look fantastic. So let's see what we got. So we'll pull that down, we'll just start a bit baggy, but we'll start working this section. So if you can see, we've got this section, so we can work with it. We can pull that back there, push that back in there, and then we can start working this section. Don't worry too much. You get like a bit of a, when it starts gathering and bulking out, just work away. So if you've got something sort of bagging up here, work downwards. This is what I find. Don't sort of work into the area you're going to need to carpet, because then that's when you get creases. But if you work away from it, like you say, it's a bit here, a bit baggy, but just give it a tug. You know, it's a stretch carpet. Give it a tug and then work it out. Doesn't matter if it's all messy up here, because we're going to cut it away. And then work your way into this section. And here, little tug. Might need to just give it a little bit of a cut. This time we don't need to, but then just pull that away. Work that bit down there. Now, starting to bag up here. So here, just give it a little stretch, and then we can start working this way. Just work that. So work it up and out. So you do get a crease, it's away from the main sort of arch or the bit you're going to see. And with this bit, you can start working these bits in. You can do this afterwards. I normally do it just after we finished everything, but you can do it and then work your way down. So there's a bit of a bag there, but when you stretch it down, just give it a little tug, pull that, and just work it, just keep working it down, and it will go away. So just don't be scared on giving it a go. Say work down, work down. As you see, I haven't done this bit yet, this section. We'll do that. There's enough stretch in the carpet to do this afterwards. If you do it sort of beforehand, you find that this section can just can pick up a little bit, which is, you know, you don't want that. So keep working. Now, this bit can go tight. Get a knife, come down, and then we'll work it. Just cut it along here. You got that? See how that is now? You've got a lot of give back. Measure that, go to there, bring that down there. See how much more give that's giving you? If you can see me on the camera, that is now. Might have to actually turn the camera. We'll see. So change the position of the camera, you should be able to see this arch a little bit easier now. So just work it away. Keep working that away. You don't want to be working it down, because that's where you're going to get the creases here. You want to be working it away from the bits you're going to not see, or the bits you're going to, you know, end up cutting off. And you've got this bit. Sometimes it can get tight in this area. Just have to keep working it, and you'll find that it'll all come together quite well. You just got to be patient with the carpet, and just not panic, not stress, and just keep working it. So it's very stretchy, so don't think it's not going to work, because there's no reason why it won't. So just work it around, work it into these areas, and then I need a bit more glue here. So just keep working that in, keep going, and then working this area here. Yeah, that's good, isn't it? And yeah, we should be able to get to this section, because it's probably just a bit boring watching me just carry on with the arch, but you can see where we're going with it. And we'll come back and I'll show you how we do this section and this section. And then, yeah, just trim it out and then we'll go from there. Okay. So this bit's now complete. We're going to do this section here. Obviously you're not going to wear a mask for this because you're not going to hear me speaking on the video, and I haven't got very many brain cells left to destroy anyway. So we'll give it a go. So spray up here in this section here. That wasn't a plug, by the way, to get my company on. It's just around gluing it. So try and keep out the shot as much as I can. And this is why we use the tape. It stops this. We can get right into here, down here, and then I'll go in this section down here. Now, you can't see, I don't think, but we always carpet line, even though we put big thresholds in, we carpet line to basically where the door catch goes. So we'll spray this bit here. Now, this bit. Now, take this off because it's just going to get stuck to the carpet, and that makes a hell of a mess. Now, we're going to pull this, stretch it round. Now, just go down this line and get it into there. And just smooth it in. Holding this, just keep it tight. And up to there. Then we can pull it. I don't know if you're just getting my head or whatever, but yeah, so you can see it there, and then we'll just start working it up here. Don't forget a crease, just give it a little pull and work up. We're going to cut across up here. Some people join it sort of here. We join ours on the natural body line from factory. I'll show you how to do that in a minute, but what we do is just keep working it up there, and then we can start working it down. Down to the contours. One there. Here. Now, get a bit of bagginess, and then we'll get the scalpel and start giving us some more carpet down the bottom. And then that, a little bit of a V. Now, when you do that off, it just allows you just to turn the carpet a little bit, so you can get that on that stretch there. So now I'm going to change blade. Let's see what we got. It might be a bit too tight. No, it's good actually. It's alright. It's not too bad. It's getting blunt, but we're doing alright. So I use a scalpel because of the thinner blade. We've used Stanley knives and those sort of knives in the past. Just find that they just snag the carpet a little bit, as where these scalpels. Now this bit, I'm going to change the blade for this bit. We're going to slice it up here, and then we're going to slice it across, and in the next video I'll carpet on this side, and then this is the last bit that will carry out. And I'll show you how we do the join here. So like I say, this bit, we're going to trim into this section here. So, probably shouldn't put a scalpel in your mouth yourself. So, but kids or adults watching this, don't put a scalpel in your mouth. It's not big, it's not clever. So, we'll just make sure you go into this line here. Probably can't see it, but it's the actual, just the curve, the natural curve of the roof lining with a scalpel. And then there's going to be a little, there you go. Now, this will come down. I'm not going to put it in my mouth again, I normally would. Naughty Daryl. Right, so there's the line. So what we're going to do, trim that off there. Right, so you've got this. So like I said, we're going to do this side now, we're going to do the near side. I'm not going to bore you with the same process as the offside because it's exactly the same. The only thing I've done slightly differently is this is such a short process to do this. We do the same as we did yesterday. If we just put it up there and put it up there, then we've got to go underneath and glue all this area, and it's a small area to glue. So what I've done is I've applied all the glue around the whole rear quarter, top section, down the C pillar and down the B pillar. Also applied it to the carpet. So what I'll do next is I'll apply this. As I say, we've taped it up, stop the overspray, take all this down because we don't want the carpet sticking to it. And then I'll do a little bit of magic editing, we'll be finished, and then we'll do that back door section. Show you how I cut all that in. Okay, so a bit like magic, it's done. We'll do this, same as we did this side yesterday, and then we'll get this in. So now I'm going to show you how I do this section. Like I said before, people do it different ways. We just choose to do it this way. So obviously, measure section here, we've already spray glued that and waited for it to tack off. These bits here, these bits here, just cut them down, fold away. So what you're going to need to do is get this bit, and we're going to overlap it, just there. And then right, so just make sure this doesn't get folded up and try and keep these sandwiched as flat as possible. Might need a little bit of glue to sandwich them. Shouldn't need too much. And then squash them together. Now I'm sitting up here, spray this back section. But I'm just going to work it in. So same thing, might speed this bit up, probably very boring to watch, and then we'll scissor this off. I'll show you that in a bit more detail. So as you can see, we've sandwiched it. And all we're going to do is start trimming it off. So that big section off. Just make sure it's really sandwiched together, and then scissors flush up against the carpet. Smooth it down. You might need a little bit more. Same in this section here. So okay, this is the join that we've just done. So it's yeah, I think it just gives it a nice finish. You can still see it a little bit, but it's not as obvious as some. Okay, and there we go. It's done pretty much. I know we've got to trim up around the edges and bits and pieces like all the boring stuff, but that's it. The carpet's colour is anthracite, because I think I forgot to tell you that. And yeah, that's pretty much how we carpet line a van. Okay, cheers. Okay, so we finished. Hope you might have learnt something. If not, I'm really sorry I've put you through the video. But I am in on a Sunday doing the work, editing it, posting it. So I'm away from my family, can be sad. And I'm going to do this because my daughter dared me, said I wouldn't do it. Sundays, they can be a sad day. But just remember, the day before is a Saturday. Boom! So you haven't got anything from the video, but we've got a really, really good dad joke out of it. Then, you know, it's worth probably watching 30, 40 minutes of the video. If you don't want me to do any more jokes, don't want me to do any more videos, don't subscribe. If you want me to do more jobs, then hit the like and subscribe button. If you want me to do more jobs and jokes, then happy to do that as well. Cheers.